and welcome to this online program. And this course is on the topic how to cultivate habits so you put your success on autopilot. Now, anybody who want to do that, you know, success can be predictable. That's one thing we emphasize all the time. Success can be predictable. And this is one major ways to go about it. We are creatures of habit. We humans are creatures of habit. We like to establish routines, okay? Now, when I drive from my house to the office, I find out that sometimes I drive unconsciously. In other words, I leave the house, I make the first turn, the second turn, then somewhere along the line, I forget what I'm doing. And it's when I get to the office that I become aware of the fact that I was driving to the office. In other words, I was not consciously deciding, okay, I'll turn right now, I'll turn left now, I'll turn right now. I'm lost in thought. Why is that possible? I've been living in that house for 12 years, okay? So I've been going that same route for 12 straight years. So it's kind of just automatic. It's wired in there. Think, for example, about the driving process itself. When I learned how to drive, my dad taught me to drive. And of course, there was quite a number of things I had to do simultaneously. Okay, control the steering, the direction of the car, change the gear, my leg is on the accelerator, it has to move on the brake. And well, when I learned to drive, it was actually the stick, the manual shift. So you just imagine you have to take your left leg off the clutch, put your right leg down the brake, all that, and you've got to be doing all that. At the point at which you are learning to do it, it takes getting used to, but once you get used to it, it becomes what we call second nature. At that point, it has become a habit. Success and excellence are largely results of things that we do consistently. See? Some people think of success as happenstance, just something that happens big once in a while. Oh no. Candidly, success is just the product of what we do day in, day out. I tell people that sometimes success can be boring, okay? Because once you cultivate those habits, those things that you do consistently, success just comes naturally. Do you realize that our world itself runs on consistency? Day and night, and day and night, okay? In the tropics, you have the rainy season and the dry season, and the rainy season and the dry season. And in the temperate regions of the world, the 4 seasons, and they rotate like that. And do you realize since you were born, that's exactly how they've been rotating? It's amazing. And our world is still there. So success and excellence, to a large extent, are products of things that we do consistently. The great philosopher Aristotle made a statement. He said, excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Amazing. Let me unpack that, okay? So he says, it is not because we're virtuous or we're good that we act rightly. It is because we act rightly, consistently, that we become good. It's habit, okay? Excellence is habit. Hard work is habit. Success is habit. It's just doing the right things consistently over time is what makes us excellent. A habit is just simply a regular practice that is difficult to stop. A habit is a regular practice that is usually difficult to stop. So the question right now is, what are your habits? Oh, they're not far-fetched. Most of us live our daily lives in a routine way. So just think about your day. When you wake up, what's the first thing you do? And then after that, and then after that, and then after that. For some of us, I wake up, I brush my teeth, okay? And then next, what? I go to the gym. And then next, what? I read. And then next, what? I have my bath. And then next, what? I have breakfast. And then next, what? I go to the office. And then, so you'll find out most of the things we do in the course of a day, are habits. They are routine. What we need to accept is the fact that there are some habits that enhance success. And there are habits that hinder success. This is important. Not all habits are good. Some enhance success, some inhibit or frustrate success. You don't decide your destiny, you just decide your habits. Your habits create your character, and your character ultimately determines your destiny. So we accept one fact: habits are usually hard to stop. Habits are usually hard to stop, but they are not impossible to stop. Somebody says, how do you know that you are improving, that you are making progress in life, that you are growing? I'll tell you, one of the major ways that you know you are making progress is for you to change your habits. If you are not changing your habits, you are not growing. If you are not changing your habits, you are not growing. Something very interesting here about good habits and bad habits. Bad habits are usually easy to form, but they make life difficult. Bad habits are usually easy to form, but they make life difficult. Good habits are usually difficult to form, but they make life easy, right? Good habits are usually difficult to form, but then they make life easy. And I'll tell you, one of the things I've learned with time is that when you do the hard things first, things get easier from there. You take on the easy things first, things that then get harder later. It's just life, right? You take it easy, you take the path of least resistance, you do what is easy because it brings you temporary pleasure. Things get harder. You do the hard things first, things get easier from there. It is better to go uphill on autopilot than to come downhill on autopilot. Remember, habits, we are creatures of habits, and habits put our lives on autopilot. You do something consistently for some time. It takes maybe some little effort and consciousness at the beginning, but you enter a phase where you begin to do those things unconsciously, and they're still going on their own. So, going uphill, which is what success is about. Anything worthwhile on this planet is going uphill. Going downhill is the one that is easy. Going uphill is the one that takes effort. So, It's better to go uphill on autopilot, to cultivate the habits that take you uphill, than for you to cultivate the habits that take you downhill. Because going downhill on autopilot is disastrous. I'll be back.